Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 22nd. And starting with earnings calls for today. Close today, I think the big one is going to be Intel. Seems to be a lot of volume pre-market there. It's up a little bit. So hopefully that'll give some support to the market. What else we have? Intuitive Surgical, Capital One. I don't see anything else. Nothing else that I see that's going to be earth-shattering there. So let's get into the economic data. So right now we have GDP quarter over quarter. These numbers are from October. Let's see what's happening. I don't expect too much to be happening there. Unemployment claims 200,000, probably right in line. Same thing with the final GDP numbers, quarter over quarter. 9 o'clock, we've got PCE price index. Again, these are going to be delayed. These are all because of the government shutdown. So these are all delayed numbers here. Coming at 9 o'clock, personal income month over month. Whenever you see a star over a folder, if you open it up, it'll give you the reason why there's a star. You can see there's delay 57 days because of the government shutdown. So these numbers are they're way behind right now. So they have a lot of catching up to do. That being said, let's get into our broader markets. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button and like this video. Let's go with the ES. We had some excitement yesterday, as we knew we would. We had Trump that was speaking yesterday, and really didn't have, we're looking at a 4-hour chart here right now. I usually like to start, for the longer charts and then work my way in. So we have this regressional trend line. We were below it, and we did regain it yesterday after Trump pulled back on his tariffs for the European countries right now. We didn't quite close the gap yet. We're approaching it on the ES. The NASDAQ did close the gap, and it's pushing higher right now. So I think that's good for the Mag 7 and all the tech stocks there. But did get that push late in the afternoon there. I think it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock. We'll go over that in detail. So we are above this lower end regressional trend line. I like that. You have to get above this 69.60 and a half level in order to push higher, maybe close this gap today. 69.70, 832. If we get above that, we could push higher to the previous all-time highs at 7,014. And then if we can get through that, then we're going to get to this midline regressional trend line. You probably get some resistance up here, but then if you push through that, then you go and then you start pushing towards 7,036.25. which is the all-time high. And if you can get through that, then you can start making your way towards this upper regressional trend line at 71,062 and change. On the downside today, if you get some more downside, let's take a look at our moving averages here. So we're getting a little resistance here up this 20-day moving average here at 69.5508, which I thought we would get right now pre-market. However, we did regain the 50-day SMA. We came down right at the pre-market yesterday. We were hovering below the 100-day SMA, and we blew through that like a champ. So we regained the 100. We regained the 50 yesterday afternoon when Trump pulled back on the tariffs. So that's all bullish right now. So now I think you need to get through the 20. That's going to be our next hurdle to get through. You get through that 20 and that 69.60 and a half level. Close this gap here in order to push to that 70.14 level right there. You have to hold yesterday's close down here at 60, call it 69.14, call it 69.15. You want to hold that level. If you pull back down, I'd like to support down here at the 50-day SMA at 68.97 and a half to take some longs right there. If you lose that 50-day SMA, I think you're going to come back down here to this lower end regressional trend line once again at 68.76.15. for some support down there with some lower support there at a weekly low from December 29th at 68.86.75. So, like we've been saying all year, it's going to be a very volatile year, up and downs. all year. So, you know, with all, there's just too many things that are hanging in the winds right now. You know, the one thing that we still haven't hanging in the winds that nobody's talking about is that the Supreme Court is still ruling on rolling back the initial tariffs that Trump put in on Liberation Day back in April. So we'll see what happens there. So now moving forward, let's get over to the NASDAQ. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video. So let's go to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, we're getting a better push on the NASDAQ than we did on the ES. NASDAQ, we closed this gap. Now we are above that gap. And we also regained this lower end regressional trend line. We are looking at a 4-hour chart. So you could see here, we were below that lower end right here. This green line is the lower end regressional trend line. We regained that lower end at 25,000, call it 444.47. So we regained that level. I like that. And we also regained January 8th low, 25,666.57. So I like that for support if we did pull back there. So we did close this gap from the other day, from January 16th. So now we are pushing higher right now into this weekly high of 25,815, set back on October 15th. I would anticipate to see, you know, probably get a little resistance there. If we can get through that, then I think we can get through that to this mid-regressional trend line, sitting at 25,957 before you get a little more resistance again at that level. I think that level has been giving us a little headaches here. You could see, you know, try to get above it, lost it, rejected here again, tried again, lost it and rejected here. Once again, lost it, tried again, lost it, again, rejected here, and rejected here again. So that level is definitely showing us that is a level of resistance up here, 25,951.61. So let's take a look at our moving averages here. Let's get to a 15 minutes, a little cleaner. 15, clean this up. So on the, where are we? There we are. So same thing on the NASDAQ as on the ES. We regained the 100-day SMA yesterday. Back in, you know, we were definitely below it for most of the day until Trump came out with his announcement yesterday afternoon at about 1:15, and then the markets took off. So regained the 100, came up here, popped through the 50, lost the 50 in the afternoon, and now pre-market, now we regained the 50. So we're above we regained the 100 SMA, 100-day SMA. We regained the 50-day SMA yesterday, and now the NASDAQ is above the 20-day SMA. So right now the NASDAQ is looking strong. So that's good for all your tech stocks, for all you people that are holding your techs right now. It's good there. I would say that pushing higher, you want to get through that 25,815. It's October 20th weekly high. If you can get through there, like I said earlier, we get to that, to go to that 25,957.27. That's going to be a big level for us to get through. If we can get through that level right there, which is showing us some resistance several times, then I think we can push to December's highs at 26,123.5. And then, and I think if we can get through that 26,123.5, let's give us some more space here. Then we can start getting up into these upper levels right here, the 26,470.02. And then November's highs at 26,530. If we do get some fall off today, I'd like a pullback to the 50-day SMA over here, 25,584.29. If we lose that level, maybe to yesterday's close, I'd like some support at 25,512.67. And then if we lose that, maybe this lower regressional trend line, I like what we did yesterday. You can see these wicks had held up pretty nicely down here, maybe between, I would say, 25,449.39 and 25,471.90. I like that for support right there. So let's get into Tesla right now. Again, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and smash that thumbs up button and like this video. So Tesla. So I was saying yesterday with Tesla also, and all stocks, I said that, you know, with the markets coming down like they did, it had nothing to do with fundamentals. It had everything to do with a tweet that came out over the weekend with Trump talking about hitting tariffs to all the European countries. And then, you know, just like he made the market go down, he can make it go up just by a simple tweet. So yesterday, I actually got caught. I was short right in here. I think right at this low here. So I was using this break and retest here for a low, and then the announcement came out, and then I got stuck, and I got hit real quick, and then that's trading, and so I lost real quickly. I think like $6 on $6 on this trade on my premium. So it was a big hit. I think it was like a $2,500, $3,000 loser, like within minutes. So, but I said that yesterday going in that you have to be careful with the tweets yesterday, and sure enough, when you have your levels they work fine. I would say 95% of the times, and then the times that they don't work is when you have some kind of black swan event or some kind of tweet that comes out and pops the market. I was taking a short here. I was comfortable. The reason why I was taking a short is because I liked this break here of this low of January 6th. And then I thought it was a break and a retest right here. So I was short here. I liked being short here. Also being with the 100-day SMA being below that as well, right? So, but, that did not matter because of the tweet and all the power pushed right through that. So the second I saw this and I saw that big thrust there, I knew some kind of announcement came out. And even though it was a big hit in my face, I got out of my trade immediately. And that comes with experience because I've had that situation happen to me in the past, and it just turns into a disaster. So you just kind of lick your wounds and kind of move forward. So, but anyways, that being said, there are still some levels that Tesla needs to get through in order for us to continue to move higher. We need to hold this 432.39 level. This is November 24th high. 432.93, that level. You want to hold that level in order to move higher. You want to hold this 100-day SMA right here. So you got some levels up here that are going to give a little bit of a problem right now. You can see right now you got yesterday's high. It's giving us a little pre-market resistance right now. And then up here on the 50-day SMA, you're going to have to get through that in order to continue to push higher as well. As far as our point of control levels, we did create a nice point of control level down below here at 423.87. That's open. Yesterday pre-market, we had an open point of control at 425.65. That was an easy one. That was a no-brainer. I actually took it long in the morning. I made some money there in the morning. Then actually later on in the afternoon, I had a really good trade in the afternoon. Where did it come down to? Here we go. So the market came down right here, and that was January of last year's high. So that's a great break and retest. I used it. So this is a perfect example that there was no tweets, there was no black swan event or anything, and I used my levels, and this was a break of this level, break of the high, and it came back down in a retest, and I got long here, and I took that long, and then I made some money on that trade right there. So I was actually up money to the day until that tweet came out here, and I gave it all back and then some. So, but that's trading, and that's, you just have to come back and live to trade another day. So. That being said, let's get into the 5-minute opening range trade. It was actually a nice trade yesterday as well. So anyways, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button if you're new to the channel. So this was the 5-minute opening range trade yesterday. It actually set up very nicely. So here was your 5-minute opening range was 419.62 for the low and 423.25 for the high. And it was wicking around for most of the morning. And then at about, I would say just before the top of the hour, you finally got your break, and so you broke through 423.25, and we all know what happened from there. So if you took your long on the break right there, and you were above this Bollinger, you could have stayed in this thing until you lost your Bollinger right here, probably about 10 o'clock. So if you got in this trade right here, when you broke above the 5-minute opening range trade plus the Bollinger trade at 8:55. You could have stayed in this trade here until 10 o'clock. So you could have been in this trade for like an hour and 5 minutes. So, you can develop these type of strategies. And so if you did that and you got in on this break, call it right here, and let's say you got in at, call it 423.79, and then you got out right here on the close here, you'd have made $5 on this trade right here, $5 on your premium. And that would have translated into probably about $3 on your premium price. And so how does that translate here? So if you bought it, let's just hypothetically say you got in and it was at $2 here and you made $3 on your premium. That's a 100, that's 120% in that trade. So, that's a pretty fantastic trade that you could have there. So, going into today, you have tomorrow expiration date. And so it's January 23rd. I'm going to have the 440 calls up there. And then I'm also going to have the 430 puts up there for tomorrow expiration date. So that's what I'm going to use for today. You can see where they closed on the put side at 445. We are higher from the close, about $5. So I anticipate this put price premium to be lower. And then on the call price is $2. We're close at $2. I anticipate that because we're $5 higher on the calls to be opening up higher, probably closer to $3, maybe in the high twos. So that's where I'm going to start my morning. And then as the morning moves on and you see the price action, I could be switching my prices, as the market moves on. So anyways, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you go down in the description, you can come and join our Discord community because I do some live trading at 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. So come and take advantage of that because I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be doing that for free. So we are on the 22nd of January. I will be doing that for at least till the rest of the month. So it's a good time to come in there, come and ask questions. Also, if you have questions, other things you want me to cover, you can leave those comments down below. If there's other things that you want to see and learn more about what I do, you can go to my website at www.QOLTrading.com, and in there you can get more insights about what I can offer you on a one-on-one basis. So if I don't see you in the Discord trading room, I will see everybody tomorrow.